All right, we are back on WSBU 88.3 The Buzz. Guys, how are you?
Great.
Still good.
Doing good over here?
Living.
We're so Ronery. Call in, please. 375-2332. Don't we have an international number, too? Which
Yeah, 716
Oh, yeah.
375-2332, which we completely threw out the window, I think. The second segment of last time's show.
I think the main problem was too many international callers calling in at once, clogging up the phone lines was our main issue.
The Canadians calling from their house.
Yeah.
Worked out a few bugs, put a few more lines in the studio. We should be good to handle the volume of calls this week.
Yeah.
It's true.
So if you guys want to call in, 375-2332. And if you want to become our MySpace friend, myspace.com// Mark and Phil Show.
Mark with a K, Phil with one L.
Yeah, see, that's catching on. Anyways, it's the second week of August, which means the Olympics. Do we have the Olympics clip? No?
We don't have a clip for
No, don't have that.
No, I didn't catch that opening ceremony. Oh, my God.
Wow. That was great, though.
Phenomenal.
For the most part. Despite it being 4 hours long, I really enjoyed there's one scene in particular in the opening ceremonies with 2008 drummers.
That was awesome.
And, yeah, it was really cool.
It was awesome.
And they glow-in-the-dark drumsticks.
And the pads, when you strike the pad would go ahead and illuminate.
Right.
I hear they told the... I didn't hear. It was said right on the broadcast, but they had to tell the drummers to smile because they were intimidating all the foreigners.
Yeah. Well, everyone really is scared of China having the Olympics. And I guess they should.
Chinaman is not the correct nomenclature.
I guess they should be, though. They should be concerned about this because...
Asian American.
I guess someone just got stabbed yesterday.
Yeah.
Phil,
it was one of the volleyball coaches and his family.
Not the coach.
All right, who was it then?
It was the coach's family.
The coach's family was just being tourists, I guess. Go ahead, Rob. Intern Rob's going to step in here.
All right.
It was a volleyball.
Speak closer to the mic, Rob.
Volleyball coach's family. I believe it was a wife and another family member. They were with two Chinese tour guides, and they're at a popular Chinese tour site. And they were attacked by a Chinese assailant, a single attacker, and post-stabbing, the tour guides, I believe, were in critical condition at the hospital, and one of the family members was killed, and the assailant proceeded to jump off the building and commit suicide immediately after.
Wow. That guy is pretty B.A.
See that?
I'll show you who's boss here. And then he raises two middle fingers in the air and stabbed the assailants. Right after he stunnered them, he stabbed them. He just stunnered them and then went right in there and stabbed them.
The Ching Chang Stunner.
It's so sad. It's tragic because it happens all the time. Ching Chang Stunner.
Who would have thought that the Chinese are so against volleyball?
Volleyball.
Oh, wow, Bill. We're getting wacky tonight.
Is God looking down on us today for working on a Sunday? Is this work? We're not getting paid.
It's Catholic radio.
So cold!
Oh, my God, he stabbed him! He stabbed him! My God! Damn that Asian man! I don't know. Well, the whole Beijing thing has just been...
We got a call, but it's on Josh's cell phone.
Answer on the air.
Yeah.
Chip now.
This is actually the missed call indicator.
Oh, okay.
Very confusing. But
yeah, everyone was concerned, not just for that, but just that, Beijing took about 4 hours to show how in touch they are with the world and human rights. And you're talking about a country who's had, the most pitiful record as far as human rights goes.
Civil unrest for decades.
Yeah, for the past... I don't know if they've ever
Centuries.
had a credible human rights record for China.
Rob!
They're terrible.
Nope.
And the fact that there's an Olympics there, I think you should be outraged if you're an American or anyone else living in a free country. Because it's a country that just completely seems to be avoiding the system of how to do things, and we're awarding them with an Olympics.
It's really akin to the Iron Curtain of the Cold War time. They censor every kind of media coming into their citizens. So, I mean, how could the citizens even be objective about things? I mean, this is why people get stabbed when they go over there from America, because they don't see the whole side of things. they see what the government wants them to see, and that's kind of why it's a dangerous place to be, no matter how safe it may appear on the surface.
Yeah, it seems they want to have their cake and eat it too. With they're a communist nation that just completely and utterly controls their citizens, and has a horrible human rights situation, and then they're completely embracing capitalism and just working for Americans basically as far as cheap labor goes. And they're just they're garbage. I don't like China at all. China's not on my my pro list as a country.
But wow, that opening ceremony.
Yeah, but you have to give it to them on their opening ceremony skills. Spent $40.9 billion on this Olympics, so it should have been good.
Well, we can definitely attest that if it was here, it would be like $1 trillion, because labor is very cheap over there comparatively.
So really, yeah, you got to think how much actual money that really is if you adjust that to how much we have to spend on stuff.
Inflation.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know.
I thought the weirdest thing about the drummers was it's like, wow, how do you find 2008 people that can do it that well, and then you're like, oh, it's a country of 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
You can find
all
somebody
the
to do
proportions are off.
anything.
Yeah, exactly.
They can do, there's any single thing you could ever imagine, somebody there knows how to do it, or has done it, or
Right.
will do it. It's insane.
As much as I don't like China, I would never say that to their faces as a country, because they would destroy us in any war.
1.2 billion. They make up like a quarter of the Earth's population or something.
Right.
Like it's
Would they
unbelievable.
destroy us in Olympic handball?
No, they would not.
Yeah, how do?
And by the way, through the first day, the United States is already leading the medal count. So I guess we're sticking it to them.
Really? That's awesome.
Like the guy stuck the knife to us.
Now,
so.
is it a legitimate medal count? I mean,
Yeah.
because I know the Olympics
Oh.
are,
Is it? Okay.
are
No,
a time of national
uh-huh.
pride and everything. And I enjoy seeing the basketball stuff and the swimming stuff. I think those are legitimate.
And track and field. Like,
Track and field, yeah.
There is
But
some-
when they have equestrian Olympic
I'll give
medals
that,
given
too.
out, and they have these handball Olympic
And the
for
women's
women,
sports, all of them.
the women's sports, which are basically worthless. Sorry, Jenny, if you disagree with that, call in 375-2332.
Rosie. Sorry, Rosie the Riveter, but it's true.
It's just, I don't know. The whole Olympics, I think, have sort of lost credibility when they started allowing people with horses to get.
There's a lot of stupid sports that
They
they.
start, like Formula One. I think Formula One racing should be in Olympics. Why not?
Yeah, if you're gonna have all these other things, you might as well.
The problem
it's
with
pretty international
things such
sport,
as
too.
those, I would believe, would be the fact that you have a machine or a horse helping you. There's no boundaries on how how much you can train your horse or anything, or maybe different techniques. It kind of takes the human aspect out of it, at least somewhat.
And I'm surprised that they haven't added the extreme sports yet. I mean, they did in the Winter Olympics
Yeah,
with snowboarding
snowboarding
and some
I think,
other. That's about it, just snowboarding. And I remember when the Olympic Games were in either Australia or Atlanta, they made a big deal about how the future is going to be the extreme sports like the biking and skateboarding and stuff like that. And it hasn't gone
Still
anywhere
nothing,
with
yeah.
that, but-
I think Iron Chef should be in the Olympics, and in Beijing they would have to cook the best General Tso's chicken and see which country gets it. I don't know. I think that'd be interesting. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's a horrible idea.
Just throw
I
that
think
idea
General
out there.
Tso would be rolling over in his grave if he heard what you just said. I'm glad he's not buried in Humphrey Townville. That's all I got to say about that.
He'd be-
I think if the FCC is listening, we're getting kicked off very soon for that low
Oh,
blow.
that was a very innocent comment.